guys? My name is Stray Shot, and welcome to episode 3 of the Taco Talks. This is the show brought to you by United Brotherhood, where we just talk about stuff for about an hour. So, real quick, we're going to introduce everybody. So we got our usual cast, myself, Stray Shot, of course, our man of the hour host, Tiger.
Hey, hey.
We got Trident,
Hello.
Agent Orange, Supreme Leader,
Hey, what up, guys?
Bud Roaster, our sound guy.
What's up, everybody?
You guys all know them, I'm sure. We've been here since the beginning. We also have some special guests. We got Delta.
Hey, what's up, guys?
It's his first time here, so he's gonna be initiated. And then Hoodie.
Hello.
Is it your first time as well? I'm not sure.
No, second.
Okay, yeah, so you've done this before. All right, so Tiger, as usual, you will announce first topic because I forgot what it is.
Well, before we get into that business, we're going to talk about what we did yesterday.
Yesterday like what we didn't do.
So yesterday is our meeting. The UB meeting always starts at 8 p.m. Eastern. So if you guys want to check us out, the links it's going to be in the description below the video.
Anyone can join. If you guys are watching the show, you enjoy it, you are welcome to join the group as long as you meet the group requirements and all. But
yeah,
we're friendly.
Always. So what happened and what didn't happen yesterday, guys?
So we were going to have a tournament, and some people didn't show up. Hoodie's internet took a shit, and that didn't help.
Yeah, so, CenturyLink needs to get their shit together.
Yeah, you were supposed to be like a squad leader from what I understood, so...
Yeah.
Fortunately, it didn't work, so... Yeah, that just didn't happen.
What about the other guys? I know Murdoch was having some Punk Buster issues.
Yeah, Murdoch's a dirty cheater now.
Dirty cheater.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, he got his account hacked a couple weeks ago. And he got it back, and then now he can't join any server. He just gets automatically kicked, so... I don't know.
I don't know, man. That sounds like a dirty cheater to me.
Sounds to me he's to buy the game again with a different email account.
Sounds like we're going to have to send him to Mario.
That's what we've been doing, though. Nothing super crazy.
Yeah, well, that's about it. I wish we actually had the tournament last night, but, things happen.
Yeah.
So the first topic on hand would be, if you can have one special ability, what would it be and why?
Come to Papa.
Time travel.
That was
Time
a good
travel
one.
is the correct answer to this question.
Okay, I guess Stresha is going to go first since he's pretty excited.
Alright, so I've explained this multiple times, but time travel to me is the ultimate superpower because, one, you can very easily, make money very easily, obviously. And to me, what sets it apart from other superpowers is it allows you to remain as an ordinary person in the eyes of the rest of the populace, whereas something else, it's very obvious that you have superpowers, quote unquote.
I feel like there's too much responsibility that comes along with that.
Well, there's too much responsibility, with any superpower. Like if you say
Well,
gave me telekinesis...
Hang on. You haven't heard mine yet.
What's yours?
My superpower is to be a battery, so I can just charge my phone on the go.
Well, wouldn't you want to be able to shoot electricity as well?
No. See, that's too much. Then the government's gonna get mad, and we're gonna have a whole thing. This way, I just don't need a plug.
So everything you touch will charge everything.
Hotspot?
Well, then people would crowd around me. That'd be a problem, right?
No, this is true. Anything else you want to add, Straight Shot and Trident?
Maybe you'd want to be the opposite, and you'd want to be like a thing that what's that thing that cancels signal and
a jammer.
A jammer, yeah. Maybe you want to do that so people can't text with you on the road.
I don't know. How good
There was that guy that put a jammer in his trunk, and he drove around, and he
just don't send fucking Blackbeard up here, cause.
Well, Bud, you want to give your insight to this?
It was a siege joke. Yeah, bro. You know what I'd like to be able to do? I'd like to be able to play any instrument that I haven't ever picked up before. Just pick it up and be able to play it. That would be sick, man.
That sounds like a good one.
Actually, sounds pretty good, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Or to speak any language. That would be pretty good, too.
Or you could make it so, if you watch, see someone else do something, you just immediately learn that skill. Like someone had that power on Heroes.
Nice.
Because that would cover more than just musical instruments.
Yeah.
Because if you get a free power, you want to get something that will solve all of your problems, then some.
Well, that was a pretty
That-
good one, Bud
That
Rooster.
actually goes off of mine.
What's yours, Mario?
The ability to like perfectly copy somebody, kind of like a doppelganger.
Like a shapeshifter?
Yeah, like I can copy anything they can do exactly.
Oh,
Copy
you'd be really
how
good
they
at like
look.
impersonations and stuff.
Nice. Would you use your powers for the good or just for selfish reasons? Mario.
Uh,
You
I would
sound
probably.
like you'd be a faceless man.
I mean, I'd use them for what I think was right, or sometimes, you know.
What if you were like the Invisible Man from The Watchmen?
Ooh,
Or was
that's
that The Watchmen?
intense.
There's
The
some
Invisible
movie.
Man?
Invisible
Where
Um,
was he
Man.
from? It's in a movie. I can't remember.
The
uh,
Invisible Man.
yeah, I
No,
remember
I
that
mean, there's, like,
movie.
a movie where he's, like,
the
hero in it.
actual story of the Invisible Man is actually, it's very messed up. If you actually read the book about the Invisible Man, it might seem like something cool to have, but the bad side that he had was, for instance, he can never go to sleep because he has no eyelids, can't sleep, constantly has migraines, and little things like that. He's always cold. Can't cover his body if he's cold, if he's invisible, you know. So the story about the Invisible Man, it's more of a drama. When you actually read it, you realize, oh, that's probably something I don't want to have because it's more of suffering than anything.
But if you could choose when you go invisible, that
Yeah.
would be.
That would be a very powerful thing too.
You want an invisibility cloak.
But yeah.
Like
that-
Harry
I mean,
Potter?
like the Terminator. I mean, like the
Potter.
Predator,
Or like
that kind of
Potter.
cloak, like the Predator.
Are you thinking?
kind of
Are you talking Potter?
Yeah,
Who's
it's
that
like a
better?
little robe.
Terminator.
Yeah, the Terminator did that, didn't he? In
No,
one of
not the
T3 or
Terminator.
something?
I meant
Eventually,
the Predator.
someone went fucking invisible.
How about yours, Hoodie? Who would it be?
You know, I've always fucked with that. Ever seen that movie Jumper?
Yeah.
I always
Yeah.
thought about that. You know, I always thought about
That'd be
having that
pretty
ability.
cool. Except for you're gonna
Yeah.
get hunted by those guys.
Yeah,
You're a dick.
What? I
Stole
took
my
yours?
idea right out of my
Yeah,
head.
yeah.
I was gonna say that. No, I don't know what to say. Thank you.
Uh,
You need to-
well, you know, it's a cool ability, isn't it? I mean, to be able to
Yeah, you can just look at a
be
picture and jump there.
anywhere. Yeah, where the fuck you want. You can look through a magazine and be like, oh, that looks cool. And be like, all right, imagine it in your head. And then you're fucking there. And you're like, whoa, hey, look, I'm fucking there, you know?
That's
So,
not
yeah.
fair. I was gonna say that, like teleporting.
Yeah, it's
Teleporting.
actually
yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Good one too would be like
If not, it would be cool to have the whole Jedi mind power
I was
without
just
the
about
mind.
to say that.
I'm not without the mind control for me. It would be just to move things. That would be cool.
Telekinesis.
Oh no,
Yeah.
I would take the mind control too.
If I could pick two powers, I would pick time travel and telekinesis because with those two combined, I can solve
That's
any
way too
problem.
much responsibility.
Yeah, but
And
yeah,
then
when you
nobody
when you
knows
can time
how.
travel and telekinesis, responsibilities. Yeah.
Yeah,
whatever.
but nobody knows how time travel works. So what if you get like the time travel where it like creates another universe, and then you're not in the same place,
Yeah.
and it changes everything.
Yeah,
That's too
that's
much.
time travel idea I subscribe to.
Okay, Delta, what's yours after Hoodie stole yours and mine?
Well.
Yeah,
I
well,
don't have an idea. See.
I got a good one.
Go ahead.
It would be the ability to grant wishes.
Ooh,
That would be
a teeny.
mine. Like for instance, I would say, let's say you go to Congress and you like anybody who is corrupt. If I snap my fingers, you're just gonna fall dead. You know.
You could give
Um,
all of us our
or
superpowers.
or you know anybody who belongs to a terrorist group, snap your fingers, gone. You know, so the ability to grant wishes, it's probably,
You'd be our
like
genie?
Trident says, probably the gigantic responsibility, you know, but that would be mine, you know, in a way of solving problems.
But could you grant your own wishes?
Could, yeah.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
that's pretty cool.
I'm gonna change my answer.
Go ahead,
I
try
don't
it.
know. I don't know if you guys have ever seen the movie, but it's called Race to Witch Mountain. It's got Dwayne The Rock Johnson in it, and there's they're like aliens, and like one of the kids can like make his molecules either spread really far apart so he can go through stuff, or really close together so he becomes like solid, and I would do that. Cause like one of the scenes is like he warps out of a car, and then he gets hit by another car and it just like destroys it. That'd be pretty cool.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Okay, I guess I'll go next. Teleportation, but since Hoodie took it, but I want to give my reasons behind it. Well, first, I'll teleport to work early, so I don't have to deal with traffic. That's the first of all. And then whenever I go back home, I just go to different parts of the Earth. Just mini vacations after work.
Yeah, and that's actually a good answer because you could live somewhere really cheap and then teleport to some place that, has average higher wages.
Yeah.
You could save a lot, and you don't have to pay for
You
cars.
just teleport to people's vacation homes, bro. You never have to pay rent.
Just take it somewhere else.
But since Hoodie already took the answer, I had to pick something else to keep it different. The power of Flash, running really fast. I think that would be pretty
That's like
neat.
teleportation.
That could be accomplished with time travel in a way.
Yeah.
Just saying.
I mean, yeah, that's kind of like a lot of powers.
I
Now,
don't know.
when you think of powers, is it something on a personal level, or is it something to do for others?
Well, the teleportation is just for my convenience and making my life easier. Just avoiding traffic. Whenever I go on break, I can go
But
back home really fast.
Would you be able to like touch someone and then teleport them? Because you could then just teleport to all of us and bring us to the anniversary trip, and no one would have to pay for a flight.
Dude, I would dig
See?
that.
I would really love
The
that.
ability to grant wishes could do that. Everybody meet us here. Snap fingers. We're all there.
Yeah, until
That would be pretty cool.
now we're just waiting on Delta to give us that
could be bad.
address.
Like, what if someone's in the shower when you do that?
Hey
Like, what
guys, like,
And then
whoa!
you'll have a naked member in front of you.
like, damn it, I didn't get time to pack yet.
I'm sure Delta wouldn't mind.
I would not.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool. Ah, man, the things that we'll do to make my life easier.
Yeah, actually, this is just a mini question, but what's something like really small that's just really lazy that you guys do on a regular basis?
What do you mean?
I mean, like drive to work.
Okay, I'll give you an example. So whenever I'm microwaving something and I want to do it for 10 seconds, I'll do it for 11 seconds instead because it's faster to just push the 1 twice instead of pushing 1 and then 0.
Whoa.
That is really lazy.
Oh, damn, man.
Same thing.
I don't know. I
Yeah,
can't really
it's
think of
much
anything.
better, right?
Well, actually, on my microwave, if I press the 1 once and then leave it for a second, it starts going 1 minute. So then I'll just wait till it gets to 50 and then I'll open it.
I can't stand that.
I don't even have to press another 1.
It's much
Mine would
faster.
be
You
to
get,
sit
instead
up.
of going,
Go ahead.
instead of you just hit 1, 1 1 instead of going 1 0. It's much faster.
I don't know.
Mine
I
would
can't.
be to set up the timer for my coffee machine, so the next morning the coffee's ready. I don't have to make it.
Well, that's just being proactive.
I guess I can go. I have essentially my entire house hooked up on remote controls. I can remote control right now from my desk a fan, the AC, the lights are right behind me, and from my bed I can remote control the fan as well as the AC. So I never have to get up.
Do
Oh,
you
yeah,
do
so-
that through a
That's
pad,
pretty good.
Delta, or it's like individual things to make it happen?
No, so I bought like well, I got gifted from me because my parents wanted me to go. It's like it has 3, it replaces a wall plug, and then you plug your appliance onto that, and then it has a remote that has a certain channel. So I have like 2 sets where I have different channels all over the house.
So like for mine, like my bed is like right on the floor. There's no like stand or anything. So the light switch for the light that's in the center of my room is too far away. So I just have a little lamp next to me that I use instead. So I don't have to get up.
Cool.
Or
Cool.
you can just get the clap on. Good to go.
Yeah. But then I have to install it, and that's even more work.
I order food ahead of time every single time I go to a restaurant ever because I hate standing in line for food.
Yeah, I'm
Ooh.
with you.
Kind of like Delta,
I
so
did that
everything
today.
automated.
I literally did that today. But
I do it all the time. When I get sandwiches, bro, when I get fucking Chinese food, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, Ayo, it would be good for you, but like to prepare the water in advance. So you just, like, just get
But how do you,
there
how
and,
do you
like,
prepare the
bottle ready.
water? You mean let it drip so the glass is full and not half
Yeah.
empty?
Yeah.
No, which is why we want to crowdfund, a water dispenser thing, and get a bunch
Trust
of
me,
little
when we
Dixie
have the
cups.
10-year anniversary, I'll bring my own dispenser just to share it with you guys.
Oh, so precious.
Well, you got to leave all the time, We'll keep you drinking lots of water.
Hey, it's good for you. Keeps you looking younger and healthier.
Young and healthy.
Okay, let's move to the second topic at hand, which is, if you were a ruler of a country, what would you do and why?
Okay, ruler as a complete dictator.
Yes.
Okay.
I'll give it to Delta. Go ahead.
Shit.
No, nothing?
You're
You-
a dictator, right? We're clear
Yeah.
on that.
Yeah, you
Well,
have complete
then
power.
Technically, you're in power. Let's just put it that way. It's up to you whether you want to run it as a dictator or not, right?
Yeah.
It's a tough call. It's a huge burden. I see. I don't know. I'd maybe try to make the place greater by investing less in military and try to reroute that towards life and see where that goes.
But you're hurting me, though.
Yeah, but I don't give a shit about you.
Oh.
Wow.
That's
Wow.
the sign
Well,
of
okay,
a
tell
good
us how you
leader
really
right there.
feel.
As dictator, as dictator, you can put in a stipulation, but Tiger either will stay in the military or
Forever.
you just make him a general.
Wait, Tiger could just be the leader of the military.
Yeah, you can
Ooh.
can
I'm a
appoint Tiger.
dictator,
I named
so I just
Tiger
tell him what
as
to
my
do.
general.
I like where
And
this
he
is going.
obeys.
Yeah. Kind of have to, or he'll just slaughter my family.
Snaps.
Well, you can be a benevolent dictator.
Well, no, because I don't know. I always feel like there's statistics that came out that said that if the U.S. stopped investing in their military for 8 days, they can supply education to their entire country, like proper education,
That's
right? So
probably true.
I want to see what would happen if you'd reroute all money in terms of military into something else. What would happen? Would the entire world just come after America or come after me or whatever dictator I am? Or would it be like, okay, well, those guys are now friendly and they have a good quality of life? Like, what would happen?
Okay. It's pretty good. Interesting point of view. Anything else?
No. Pass. Do I pass it on or you pass it on?
Doesn't really matter. Go ahead.
So Mario, you're a dictator now.
All right. Well, the
High
first
production of Mountain Dew.
Yes. Yes. Make Mountain Dew great again.
Are you
Okay.
gonna have a pool of Mountain Dew?
Okay. If I was dictator, now how long is this? Is this just like I'm just the dictator forever?
Forever.
Somebody shoots you down.
Okay. Dang. Okay, that'll happen fast.
Until the Doritos expire.
Yeah. I kind of agree with what Delta was saying. With putting more money towards education and stuff, because I'm not gonna lie, the education system, it's not. No. Okay. So definitely put some more money towards that. Definitely put some more money towards Mountain Dew, of course, because that would be me. And I try to make everything more fair, which I mean I know it's difficult to sway opinion, and some people just stick fast to an opinion, and it's probably gonna be impossible. But I'm just trying to help everybody get along, because it's just arguing and everybody hates everybody because they don't like their opinion, and you got Trump always wanting to go to China. And yeah, I mean that's pretty much all I've got for if I was the dictator.
Okay. Good one.
And free college,
Tuition free.
Yay!
He's going Bernie. He's going Bernie.
mainly because I'm gonna go to college, which I mean I've got a full ride, but free college.
Nice. I like that. I already have it, but still good. So you're gonna
I
give
do,
it
of course.
the question to somebody?
Let's see here. Trident.
Okay, I'm pretty chill with mine. You know, well, it depends on what country I'm the dictator of, right? If I was just like the dictator of the U.S., then I think I would probably go a little bit of the isolationism route, and I would focus on our country instead of the military, like Delta said, because you know education isn't really the best here. But yeah, I think I would mostly try to improve like the people in my country and make us all nice people, so that people want to come here instead of Americans. Yeah, but mostly I would just elect people, or I would choose people to do other jobs for me, so I don't have to do anything.
Well,
Seems pretty
against
chill.
dictator, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'll just like show up, you know, once a month, make sure everything's going all right, and then I'll head out, get all the money, taxes, you know.
Okay. You wanna give it to somebody else?
Hoodie.
Well, if I had to rule America or something like that, I would rule as a dictator, but a dictator for good and common sense, because our country, let's face it, is pretty fucked up right now, right? I mean, like, it's pretty much going crazy if you look at the news lately. So, I don't know. It would be pretty different than all the other dictators. And I would probably shrink Congress. I know every state needs a voice, but goddamn, there's a voice in each district of the state, and it's a little too huge. Congress is ridiculously huge. Like, I'd shrink that shit down, cut that shit in half, probably even more. Like, our only 50 states get one voice and one voice only, and that's the governor. Now you need to choose wisely.
Cool.
And probably some other shit. Well, I'd stop military spending on nuclear weapons, stop modernizing our nuclear weapons and pissing off Russia and other nuclear states. Because, you know, nuclear weapons are not the way to go. They're just not. Now, I'd invest more into nuclear power because that's renewable energy. We can take all those weapons that we created, somehow find a way to turn them into power engines. And then modernize our power in our, you know, our infrastructure.
Okay. Cool. Okay. Pass it along to somebody, Hoodie.
I don't know who else went. You, Tiger.
Oh, me. Okay,
Yeah.
let's see here. If I was dictator of the United States, what would I do? Well, first of all,
Now you get to be dictator Romania.
first of all, I want to bring all the military forces out of the country back to the states, enforce our security in our homeland. Cost of spending on the military, reduce the military size, and further invest on drone technology, which is actually cheaper than spending money on a couple of thousand soldiers. And it is cheaper maintenance. Because you know, it's a lot of money spending on food for soldiers, their home, electricity, just that adds up with it whenever it's a good quantity of soldiers you have to spend on. Congress. Well, they're 50-50 there, so I'll hear both sides and then I'll decide on the issue. So my word is last, but I'll hear both sides. And then I'll either meet the middle ground or I'll choose one side. Since we reduce the cost of military, I'm going to further invest on education, but my priority is going to be space exploration. So for space exploration, my priority is going to be making either a space station to be livable of thousands of people in space, or either on the moon or a different planet. So getting away from the nuclear warfare of Earth will put future generations at ease. So in a way, I'm just kind of running away from the issues here on Earth, but that'll be in the future generations. I probably won't be alive for that, but I'll put most of the money in education and space exploration. I guess I'll stop being a police power, and I'll still put money in the CIA to prevent some of the major catastrophic issues that will go on. Prevent what I can, but priority is education and space exploration. And I don't know. I think that's about it on my side. Yeah.
Oh,
Can
hold on.
anybody beat that? Hasn't gone next,
I,
bud?
I had a comment on the space exploration and what our country is doing now,
What's up?
as far as space exploration, because I had watched an interesting piece on Vice. So if you have HBO, you need to watch Vice. All right, just
All right.
watch any of the episodes that they have. But anyway, they had an episode about space exploration and Mars. So what NASA is planning, they're planning on having a manned Mars mission by 2021. That's not that far away.
Yeah, that's.
Think about it. That's
They
5
need
years
to.
away.
They need to launch something really soon.
Now, what's giving them the ability to go bigger is private billionaire companies that launch,
SpaceX,
rockets.
baby.
Yeah, they launch rockets out into the space, out in space, basically for NASA most of the time.
Which is
And
making
they do-
cheaper for
Yeah,
space
it-
exploration.
Yeah, which is basically relieving the pressure off NASA to do little things and go bigger. And which, it's kind of exciting for us because as a species, because, that's allowing NASA to do the big shit instead of struggling to do anything, because they only have 0.4 government spending when back in the Apollo missions they had 4% of the government spending. Now think about that.
Damn. If only they had some more money.
Yeah.
Just imagine the things they'll be able to do. So who hasn't gone next? I think it was
I haven't gone.
Sorry, Sean, go ahead.
All right, so we're gonna make the world great again, better than it's ever been. So I think you guys are right. We need to increase education spending, and cut military. That's part of how we'll get the money. But I'm gonna go farther. There's going to be some personal changes that I will be making, starting with tax exemptions for churches. No more. That is gone. Because
That's a good one.
I think churches are making a ton of money, and if they're going to make a ton of money, I will be getting a piece of that, and they will not be keeping it for themselves. Because, well, I don't like religion a whole lot, but, if they're going to be making money, I want some. Let's see, what else is happening? Going to copy Bernie. We're going to fix the infrastructure and, transform our energy system. And let's see. The next are a little more devious. First, we're going to pull all of our military out of the Middle East and not worry about what happens. And, just come back once once that situation resolved so we don't kill any of our own soldiers. And then
Cool.
deciding whether or not I should say this.
Go ahead.
All right. This is an idea I've toyed around with where you legalize all hard drugs, but they can only be done in certain zones. So the people who want to be druggies and do all this can just do in these separate zones, and then the rest of the community is left untouched by this. And it seems really dark, but I got this idea from The Wire, and it worked in that show, and I kind of want to try it on a bigger scale.
I
more
mean, it
long-term.
works in Europe. What is that place called? The Green Line or something? I know there's
I
this
don't
part.
know.
There's part in Europe where everything is legal there, and due to that, the crime rate around that area, the countries around that is.
Yeah, and that makes sense. Yeah. And, also, there will be healthcare for everyone, or all citizens anyway.
Okay.
And what
so-
else? Is there
You
anything
don't want
else?
that. No, you don't want that.
Why don't I want that?
Free healthcare.
Well, all the money I'm getting from the churches,
in the
that's
military.
going to help. And the military cuts, that's going to help. I don't know. I'd probably reset up the tax brackets, make it a little more fair. I don't know. I feel like what my other changes are just really devious. I don't know if I want to share.
Okay.
But
that's about it.
we'll leave it at that.
Well, I like your idea of that segregation of drugs. You know, there's a saying, well, not a saying, but like there's a mentality going around that, you know, if as a parent, if you let your child do whatever the fuck within control, border, and limits, that when they turn 18, they're not going to be going to clubs and drinking all the fucking time because, you know, they had that. They had a little bit of that in moderation. So, you know, they're not attuned to saying, oh, well, you know, I finally could do it. I have to go crazy and fucking fuck my life up now.
Yeah. And the thinking behind it is just, it's really devious, but it's like, you know, if they want to go kill themselves, let them do it. And then that whole, you know, part of society can just fade away slowly. And then, you know, in theory, no more druggies.
Oh, okay. So it's a long-term thing. Interesting.
Yeah, and oh man, I have a lot more darker ideas because I've kind of spent a lot of time thinking about what I would actually do. You know, if your objective was purely like make the world great again, and even if you have to do some little bit bad things, you know, what would those things be? But I mean, I guess that's those ideas are kind of the gist of it.
Okay.
To make the world great again.
What about you, Ayo?
I've been thinking the whole time what to say based on the things that you guys are saying, but my mindset is usually pretty simple. I like to do things that benefit others. So everything relevant to that will be probably what I do. If I'm a dictator, which means I don't answer to anybody, Congress or anybody, you just do as you will. Usually everything that I would do would be relevant to, you know, help other people, like education. I do like the fact that, you know, you should tax religious entities and redirect that money to, you know, education. I think technology is the way to go for the future. Unfortunately, our technology intake and money is not as great. You know, NASA has taken a huge hit in spending, so redirect it to that. You know, solar power, health insurance, education. I think education is probably the biggest thing. If you educate the young, then they grow up to be citizens that want to pay it forward and making the country, you know, a lot better. Like, so it would probably be in those directions. I do like the fact that have a controlled substance abuse location. As one of you guys said that. They have that in Holland. They have that in England. You know, and it works. People who are, let's just say, heroin addicts, stuff like that, they give them needles so that way they don't get AIDS and stuff like that. So there's a lot of small stuff that I believe would benefit the country as a whole. The military, obviously, we spend more than the next 16 countries combined, which is a lot of dough. I'm not sure about abandoning other countries in their quest for liberation. But at the same time, sometimes, you know, you end up sleeping with the bad guy to achieve that goal. So the question really is, does the mean justify the matter? You know, but yeah, I mean, like I said, if I had the free will to do what I want, it would be basically to redirect it to, you know, if you better the people around you, then you'll better everything else, right? It just trickles down that way, you know, and that would be the way to go for me.
Cool. Anybody else?
Bud.
Oh, I don't know. You guys say it all. Personally, I would say that we gotta end the war on drugs, and that's really the biggest thing that comes to mind. But
Bud, you want to hotbox the whole country?
well, I
Build
just think
a dome and then
you know,
just
here's
dispense
the thing. Here's the thing is that it's like, aside from all the people that are innocent that get caught up in it, right? It's the fact that we've got our prisons full of nonviolent drug offenders. So I don't know whether or not you think they should be in prison. I guess is a personal thing.
Yeah, that's a
but-
good point right there, man. Oh, and reinstate prima nocta. That would be probably a good idea. You guys don't know what that is? Look it
Nope.
up.
Okay.
No idea what you're talking about.
Prima nocta was it's a joke, obviously. I don't mean that, but in the medieval ages, prima nocta meant that when a woman married a man, the governor of that area would have would sleep with the wife first before the husband.
Oh yeah. They have this in Game of Thrones too.
And it's a real thing. They used to do that, you know. So
Braveheart, man.
yeah, exactly. You know, so instead of the husband getting the first taste, it would be the the person in charge, and then I guess husbands get sloppy seconds. You know?
That's how it goes in Houdini.
A little bit of history, that's all. Sorry, man.
Wow, didn't know that.
Yeah,
And
see,
now you know.
If you're a dictator, though, you really don't have any need for that, because, you know, if you want, say, 10 prostitutes, you just clap your hands and you shall have it.
Clap your hands.
Anything else, bud?
Legalize marinara.
Yas.
Oh, I got one.
Marinara?
Marinara.
What's up, Srade?
Legalize prostitution.
No, I didn't say that.
Well, that's one of my additions.
What is legal in some places?
I think it is in Nevada.
Not here.
Well, that's
Right.
about it, guys. Unless you guys want to add anything else.
I think we got it.
Okay, thank you. So let's go to the third question. If you could have any part of your body replaced by a cybernetic upgrade, what would it be and why?
I'm a cybernetic organism, living tissue over a metal endoskeleton.
Nice. So let's give it to Bud since he's an awesome soundboard guy.
Well, my answer's kind of personal, but some of you guys know that I wrecked the heck out of my leg when I was younger. So I've always talked about replacing my leg from like the knee down with a cyborg leg that I could use to do things like take soil samples when I'm in the field, and see, I could like mount a GPS in it. That'd be sick. Or the other thing I considered is having my memory replaced by like SSD cyborg SSD drive or something, so I could like just have super rapid memory. That'd be kind of cool.
That's cool. What about you, Mario?
Yeah.
Well, for me, I would probably replace my eyes.
Oh, damn it.
You stole mine. And why?
Well, for one thing, I was born blind in my left eye, and it still is
Really?
blind.
Is that serious, Mario?
Serious. My left eye does not work.
Like
Damn.
Fetty Wap
So
status,
if
or
you
what?
close your right eye, like, what do you see out of your left eye? Is it just like super blurry? Is it just nothing?
I think he's trying that out right now.
Actually, thank you for telling me. So now on, when we play Battlefield 4, I'm going to stay on the left side of you.
That's why he's so good at sniping, you
That
guys.
way you don't see me.
Damn,
I
if
don't
he
think
has,
that's how it works.
if he's blind in one eye, how does he play so fucking well in Battlefield? Holy shit. It's a prop.
Well, no, your brain equals it out.
Yeah, he's gone.
Oh, well, he timed out, because, okay.
To the eye,
Well,
man.
I'll explain the eye thing. Because I'd like to be able to record everything.
Oh,
You know, if I'm in
no.
class.
You're gonna
I can
get
record
sued
an
so
entire
hard.
lecture. What's that?
They're gonna sue the crap out of your eyes.
Well, the idea is no one knows that they're there. You
Yeah,
know,
but
I
I
can
mean-
record, every conversation, if I need to reference it later. I can record myself taking a test, and then I can sell the video to other people.
Yeah, and then you're gonna get sued because you sold the video and they're gonna
Yeah,
say that
but
you're recording it.
if you're smart, you would. There are ways to distribute that kind of information without getting caught.
Yeah. If I have cybernetic eyes, I think I can figure it out.
Yeah, and plus that's
And
gonna
I
increase
can-
his
I can
knowledge.
Google things on the fly.
Oh, so he can just look up the answers on the
So you
fly
wanna have,
too.
like,
You could get
Google
a jump
Glass
for
in your
Google
head.
Maps, dude.
I want
You
a
get jump
computer
for
in
Google
my
Maps.
head.
You wouldn't even need one of those trucks. You just walk around, and upload video from your eyes.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, that would be sweet.
That would be sweet.
Yeah, and I thought about like alternatives, what other parts you could replace, but I really don't have a huge need for any other of them unless I was like, if I was, a fighter, I might want to like replace my arms or something, but I don't know.
Okay, cool.
I'd do the arm.
Oh yeah, you will.
Oh, uh-oh. I know where this is going.
And why would you do the arm?
Something else.
Yeah, wait, you mean the arm or the wrist, Delta? Which one is it?
The arm.
The entire arm.
Dude. You gotta get the full experience. No, the reason for it is because technology is advancing so fast, right? And we could have so many cool things attached to your arm, like having like magnetic capabilities, capable of like manipulating
have, like,
objects
You could
with
be
their
Inspector
fingers.
Gadget.
Now, is that gives you also the ability to upgrade it as technology moves forward?
Yeah, exactly. Like you
Delta,
could like
you
have
could
a
be
GPS
Inspector
built
Gadget
in.
This
and just
just
have
brings
all
a
these
whole new
things at
meaning
your
to arming yourself.
fingertips.
Okay, go ahead,
Have
Delta.
a gun under it and shit. You can keep putting things onto it and like have so much functionality and usefulness to it.
Nice. Very nice. I like that. So Trident, want to give
Are we
your
only going with one body part, or can we do like? Is it just one?
a part of your body? That's the question.
Ooh. You know,
Like your heart of steel, you could like do something. I'm just kidding. Try.
I would. Ooh, I got a good one. It's kind of technical though. I would have cybernetic skin, so like
Ooh.
regenerate, and then I'll
Oh,
be
that would be
essentially
sick.
invincible.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Crisis.
Wolverine.
Yeah, like Wolverine, except for like it'd be cybernetic, and then I could have like USB ports all over the place, and I could charge people. Charge their phones.
Again, with the whole battery thing.
Yeah, it's full circle.
Damn, you really like
And then
being a
one day
battery.
you're like, that's not a USB port.
Oh.
Maybe I'm like, that's not a USB port. Hey,
Ah. That's what you
Hey.
did there.
Your USB
Hey.
port.
hey.
That's my fetish.
Okay.
Okay, that was it.
Okay, straight shot.
I already went.
Oh. Hoodie?
I don't know. What was
Dingus.
the question exactly? Yeah.
If you could have any part of your body replaced by a cybernetic upgrade, what would it be and why? Do. Okay, I'll go, and then you can go after me, Hoodie. Is that okay?
Right. Yes.
Okay, so I want a chip in my mind where I'll be able to access wireless access points. So whenever I'm inside the virtual connection of systems, I'm actually surfing through the web consciously. So I can access information on the go or go into pieces of equipment and look at the issues of depending on what I want to do.
What if
There's
your
like-
mind gets hacked or you get a virus?
Oh my god, that'd be crazy.
Well, I'll be the first one to have this kind of chip, so it'll be a lot harder.
There's a old TV or not old, but it's like a sci-fi TV show that didn't go so well with ratings, and so they canceled it. It's called Alphas, and there's a mentally challenged guy in there, and he can like manipulate radio waves with his mind, and it's kind of like what you're talking about, where like he can sort of talk to technology through his mind and his hands.
Yeah, so I'm pretty much of a computer inside my head. I don't know, I
But
just...
with
you
USB
have a
ports.
computer
Yes.
inside your head, bro. It just doesn't. It's just not Wi-Fi capable.
Yeah, I just put a wireless card in.
What if you had to be connected to Ethernet?
Internet? No, it's gonna be all wireless.
You had to have an Ethernet port nearby at all times.
Yeah.
That's not an Ethernet port.
So have you guys seen Ghost in the Shell?
Yes.
No? Yeah, I want something like that. If you guys know what I'm talking about.
Matrix, you mean?
You were playing your
No, no, totally different. Never mind.
Yeah. So I want something like that. So Hoodie, do you want to say yours? Or are you still thinking? Still thinking?
What if you had like Delta was talking about, where you could like change your arm out, and you had like
Inspector
cyborgs.
Gadget.
Well, had like
What about-
Cyborg's arm from Teen Titans, where you could like
Yeah, I was
shoot a
gonna
giant
say,
laser out of it.
like a cotton candy maker on your head, so you get like cool hair.
That was a good show, Teen
Factory.
Titans.
Yeah, dude, that was my favorite show growing up.
Yeah, they canceled it and then they brought it back again with this stupid
Yeah, let's not talk about it.
Yeah.
You had a
movie.
show you liked more
No,
than Boomafoo?
Teen Titans Go, which is stupid.
Hey, what about that guy in the movie where like he produced ink? What if you had like a machine that would just produce something all the time?
Wait,
attached
what? The
to you?
guy that was that? Who was the guy who produced Ink in that
It was
show?
it was no, he was in the movie. It was like one whole movie was about how like he was being drained and they like made evil ink monsters.
Is that when they went to Japan?
Yeah.
Oh, that was the movie. Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, I remember that.
Yeah. What if you had like a machine on you that produced something based on something around you?
Oh, like,
Like you pick up a
3D
piece
printing?
of bread and some meat and it makes some sandwiches for you?
ooh, that'd be
Really good.
nice.
Yeah.
So,
I miss that show.
oh, he's not here at the moment. Has anybody else hasn't gone yet? Hoodie, you want just say something? Nah, just some bullshit answer.
A bowl maker.
Bowl maker, yes.
A bowl maker. So like it'll be attached to your hand and just automatically changes into a bowl.
No, you know what would be cool? Have a left arm that would be interchangeable, yes. But inside would be a pipe and a stash.
So you just wanna a place to put your weed,
Yes.
just like a little compartment.
Cool,
You
cool.
can be hoodie weed stash.
It'd be the Swiss Army knife, Swiss Army arm. I'd have a fucking machete in there, screwdriver, all sorts of butt openers, even
Oh, machete.
a
You got
little
long
22
arms.
Oh, have you
pistol
seen,
with
like-
hollow points.
Yeah, like,
yeah.
like what's it called? Inspector Gadget, where he like flips up his finger and there's something in there.
Yeah, but
there you
Inspector Gadget always does the wrong object. He's like, we need a gun, and he pulls out scissors. He's like, oh.
Well, I'm not
Yeah.
gonna be dumb like
But he had
Inspector
like a
Gadget.
lighter and a bottle opener and something else on his fingers and a toothbrush.
Yeah. Great movie. So yeah, you wanna go?
Yeah, sure.
Go ahead.
I guess my would be to have cybernetic cells in your body, which means you have the ability to regen at a quicker
what I
pace.
Okay, you're basically a robot at that point.
Well, you're not really a robot, but you do have the ability to boost your memory if you need to, boost the mind at higher levels if you have to. You recuperate at a faster rate. It doesn't make you a superhero, but it gives you the ability to process things a lot faster if you want to, I guess, to see things beyond what other people see, and that would be basically it. You'd be this person that is in constant evolution, because your cells constantly, like I was asking Delta, is it something that would upgrade? It constantly upgrades. So you're always better and better to the modern age.
Nice. Does anybody else wants to add something before we go to the next question? Okay, that's it. So the fourth one would be what is a moment of your life that changed your life to a different course?
For what it's worth, it's never too late. Or in my case, too early. To be whoever you want to be.
Beautiful. Okay, AO, you want to give that one a try?
Wow.
I bet you can have a good answer.
This is gonna be interesting. I actually have two moments that changed the course of my life. The first one is probably, I'm not gonna say a downer, but it's more like it's legit. It's when I moved by myself for the first time. You literally did not depend on anybody but yourself, and thus there's no mommy or daddy around you to get things done, and you very much vouch for yourself. And the moment that you realize in life that everything that you do depends on what you do, it's a game changer, because there's no turning back, right? Any mistake or any positive thing that you do is from there. And that was when I was 19 years old. It was the first time, that I had that experience. And it's a combination of freedom / loneliness, because you realize in life that you're on your own. And that was a game changer for me, because it made me realize that, I have to vouch for myself to get things done. And I don't think my life has taken a course. My life has taken a course ever since, and it hasn't changed. The second that was a life-changing experience for me would probably be the birth of my daughter, because it made me realize that I'm a father. And my life, again, changed, took a completely different course. You are no longer alone in the world, but now you have somebody that you need to take care of. You know, there is a human being in the world that depends on what you do, you know, the mistakes or the positive things that you do in life, you know. So those two things pretty much made me who I am today, you know, because it made me realize, one, if you want to be somebody in life or you want to achieve something, at the end of the day, you do it on your own, you know. And secondly, when you realize that somebody depends on you for their existence, you know, and that was a super game changer for me to realize that I was a father. You know, when I held my daughter minutes after being born in my hands, something snapped in my head. I was like, holy cow, I have this baby now. You know, and that baby's going to grow and it's going to be an adult. You know, so everything that I do from here on out will depend on any action that I do or don't do. You know, so those were the two things that made me who I am today.
Nice. Bud?
Well, I would say two things. Probably breaking my leg in high school, for sure.
How did you break your leg in high school, bud, if you don't mind me asking?
On a Razor scooter.
Oh.
Just speeding down a hill, but it was a pretty bad break. It was spiral fractures in both of the bones of my leg, and then shattered the ankle itself. So it was pretty gnarly. My friend and I used to have scooter races in the summers, so don't do that. But yeah, because I mean that taught me that, you know, you're not invincible, that's what you always hear as a kid, and especially, you know, all the way up through your early 20s especially, I guess, that you know, everyone feels invincible. And I had that experience, and so then I didn't really feel invincible so much after that. But it was good because it also taught me that I needed to probably, you know, put myself in check a little bit. You know, I was just kind of pretty wild at that age in general, so I guess, you know, as bad as it was, maybe it avoided other things that could have been worse. Who knows? But, then the other thing I would say, what was it? I had moving away from home too. That's what I said as well. And then I had something else, but I don't remember what it was.
Well, we'll get back to you when you remember.
I guess, you know, maybe falling in love for the first time, you know, because that just changes your perspective. Yeah, I know. And then you break up, and that breaks your heart, and that changes your perspective too. Both of those change your perspective, so. Yeah.
Okay. Good one. Delta?
I'd have to say getting my degree. Finally, you know, moving into the real world and being very independent, but also, you know, dictating my own course of action, deciding what's happening next.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean, Delta. It all depends on you, right?
What?
It all depends on you.
Yeah, now it's on me. It's no longer being dictated, of course, by my parents or anything like that. I decide what to do next, you know, and it's like moving alone. And although I would agree with both of you, Bud and AO, moving alone is definitely that. But I've lived alone for a very large part of my life, so for me, it's definitely getting the degree. And you know, now I can do whatever the fuck. It's pretty cool, and make money, make good money. So that's for me, my point.
Okay, cool. Thanks for sharing. Woody?
You know, one thing changed my life was getting kicked out of middle school for
Story
some-
time.
for some dumb shit. So I was down by the high school, or not the high school, the elementary school that's by my house that I went to back when I was a kid. And there was these kids over there, and I was hanging out with this not so savory character, right? And we decided to start picking on these little kids, and this girl decided to, defend him because I guess she knew him. And I apparently threatened to kill a girl with a lighter. Now, that's not even the funny part. The cops showed up at my house. I think I got a ticket for destruction of property because me and him decided to burn some Razor scooter, the foam handlebars on it. Yeah, that was a bright fucking idea.
Oh my god, how old
Yeah.
were you?
I was like 15, 14, something like that. Like, I don't know. Like, I was young, all right? I was a dumbass. So the cops showed up at my house, but the next day, I come to find out the girl goes to my school, so they expelled me because she goes to school, and I said those things, blah, blah, blah. And so I had to go to an alternative school where I witnessed a kid throw a chair at a teacher.
Oh my
Because
god.
he didn't want to learn the curriculum she was
I
teaching.
knew
Yeah.
a teacher that threw a music stand at a student.
Really?
Yeah. And then she died speeding down the highway not too many years later because she drove so fucking fast all the time to go into
The
school.
student or the teacher?
No, the teacher. The teacher.
Damn.
Yeah. That lady was crazy.
Holy shit.
Dude,
Thanks for
so-
sharing.
And then second part hasn't happened yet.
Okay.
Yet to come.
I'm guessing whenever you get married, that's the second part.
Fuck no, I'm not gonna get married and have kids.
Oh, you
Crazy.
say that now, dude. Used to be that way. I'm never gonna get married. I'm never gonna have kids, and look at me now.
Okay. Anything else to add, Hoodie?
No.
Okay. Straight shot?
Well, I don't know if I can answer this question. Let me explain why. So I'm 20 years old. I still live at home. Haven't moved out, obviously. I haven't fell in love ever. I'm still in college, so I don't think I've had, a life-changing moment yet, to be honest.
You
But
haven't
when
found-
you learned
haven't
to,
found Chuck yet. Is that it?
You learned how to... You got potty trained when you were a kid?
That's very important. Hey, you have learned to
That's an
drive,
important
right?
one.
Mom, I
What?
still pee
Yeah,
when I
I
sit
learned that.
down. What the hell?
But see, the thing with driving is I didn't have my own car right away.
But you have your own car now, right?
Yeah.
Did you buy your own car?
No.
Oh. Never mind then. I was gonna say a big purchase could be construed as a life-changing moment.
Well, I mean, I guess the biggest purchase I made is when I got my computer.
Yeah,
But
your
I don't know
life
if I would.
changed
I don't
after
know if
that.
I'd call that life-changing.
Did you have a job, right?
Yeah.
Yeah? Maybe your first job would be a life-changing experience?
In a way. I don't know.
Do you ever grow a beard before?
No, I can't. Not quite there yet, which is unfortunate.
Poor
Well,
guy.
that'll be life-changing when you finally get there.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you have to shave every day to keep it clean.
It kind of sucks, though.
Yeah, it's like torture.
Yeah. So I mean, I can't even come close to what some of you guys have because I'm just not quite there in life yet. So yeah, I guess that's
I
my
can't grow
answer.
a beard. I can't grow a beard either.
I don't
I'll be-
choose to grow a beard. It just happens, and I don't shave for like a week, and then all of a sudden, I got hair all over my face. I'm like, what is this?
I'm not allowed to grow a beard. Damn it.
Poor guy.
Because you're in the army and they have a facial code.
Yes.
Unless you're in like special forces Afghanistan where it's like
Yeah.
part
We're
of the
a,
culture. It's
South
part of the
Park
culture.
style.
All the men have beards.
Nah, I'm not much of a
Afghanistan.
badass to be special forces.
Some of the
Yeah.
women have beards.
Some of the women have beards.
And that's legit. So I'll go next. Okay. 2 life-changing experiences. When I first built my computer, which opened an opportunity to meet United Brotherhood. So I met a lot of great friends online, which further influenced how I think and how I talk to people. And just having an open mind of different perspectives of opinions and how people socialize. So that's the first one. And the second one is join the military and getting out of the house. Actually living by myself and taking care of myself. So being independent, that's what it was. Yeah, just joining the military just helped me talk to people at higher rank, higher positions. The way there's a certain way you have to talk to them to make them happy. Uh, and then having soldiers as of my own, how to take care of them and further help them grow into a better soldier. I have this one soldier in particular. She wasn't mine soldier. She was a soldier of another platoon, but I taught her everything I know on this piece of equipment that I'm trained on, and I'm pretty proud of it because whenever we're doing exercises, she calls me like, "Hey, how do you do this?" And I walk her through it, and then like maybe a couple days later, she calls me back. It's like with another issue, and then she tells me that she solved that issue with a different way that I would have never thought of. I was like, wow, that would have never occurred to me. Good job. You're turning out
Really
pretty
didn't
well.
think all that, bitch.
Yeah, she's my prodigy, and I'm getting her next month as a soldier because we're changing companies next week, and then we're gonna change each platoon is gonna change the number of soldiers they're gonna have. So my platoon is gonna get a whole bunch of soldiers because we're getting more equipment and whatnot. So she's coming over, and I feel honored having her over in my platoon because I taught her everything I know, and I'm proud of that. I do have another soldier, but he's just a disappointment in every way, and I don't know what to do with him. I tried being the nice guy, that didn't work. I try and be a hard ass, and it's working a little bit, but he fucking complains all the time. I don't know what to do with him. But with his other female soldier,
Cat food.
this other female soldier, she's awesome, and I'm glad I trained her. And whenever I leave the military, I feel like will take care whenever I take care of everything when I leave. She's in good hands. And that's about all state. So my mind's at ease whenever I leave because someone who I train knows what they're doing. So that's about it on my side. Trident?
I liked what you said when you said when you bought your first computer, or not your first, but when you bought a computer and you started talking to people online, because that was a big thing for me too. Not just United Brotherhood, but like talking to people on Reddit and things like that. Reddit was a big thing. I mean, it is a big thing for like communication with people who you wouldn't normally communicate with. So that was that was also the biggest purchase I've had so far, since I'm only 16. $800 is a lot for a computer, but it was worth it, I would say, for the past 3 years. On top of that, there was a there was a camp that I went to, a stay away camp. It was like a college trip thing. I went to the University of Florida, Gainesville, and one of the counselors, like it's a 2-week thing, but some people only go for 1 week, and so that Sunday everybody leaves, and then like it's just like a free day. And we were playing this game with one of the counselors, and he was just like, even though like a lot of stuff that you have to do may seem stupid, in the end, everybody has to do some of the stuff that you're going to do in your life, so you shouldn't be embarrassed by doing everything like the first time. So then, like, that just kind of like supports the effort mentality where you just have to like go out and do something instead of just not doing it because you're afraid of being embarrassed by it. That's one of the lessons I learned that's kind of like been big.
Okay. Anything else?
And then, getting rid of toxic friends is always a fun little life thingy that happens. When you
remind
realize...
me of a good answer now. I actually have an answer now.
Yeah, so like determining who you should be or who you should hang out with and who you shouldn't is always like it's like a reoccurring life experience that changes a lot of stuff.
Yeah, that's very interesting because
so this reminded me of my answer. So starting at about end of 6th grade all the way to like the beginning of my junior year, I was very self-conscious of what people thought about me in ways that looking back seem ridiculous. And I don't know what actually triggered this change. This was like shortly after I bought my computer. And it sounds kind of odd, but I just stopped really giving a shit what people thought. I stopped worrying about, I was like, I don't have to be the best person on the sports team. I don't have to live up to someone else's expectations, I'm going to live up to my own expectations. And I was just like, what? This is who I am. I'm just going to do what I do, and
Yeah,
life has improved.
I kind of did that with everybody has to do, so for instance, it's kind of a weird analogy, but everybody has to do a thing that they do for the first time once. So everybody that knows how to drive had to drive for the first time once. So then there's no reason to be afraid or anything like that about it, because everybody has had to do it once. Everybody's gone through it. Or Bud was saying earlier, falling in love and getting your heart broken, everybody does that once. So there's no reason to back away from a life event, because it's everybody in the world can relate to what you're going through, so you should just do it anyway.
It's pretty good.
Just do it. His Shia LaBeouf.
Sometimes you don't realize the situation at the moment, but you realize it later, how important that was in your life, That's what happened to me. Some things you take it for granted, or you will misinterpret the sign, but then later on, as time passes by, you realize that that occurrence, really was a life-changing experience for you, because you shift away from what you did and then you start doing something else.
Yeah,
I think
good stuff.
Yeah.
Good stuff. So that's pretty much the end of the talks, unless you guys want to add any more comments or you guys have any questions. And that's
I have a question.
Go ahead.
It's gonna be a weird question, as I usually have. I was thinking about it earlier. I had a grocery bag in my hand, and I was carrying dog food at the same time, and I was using 3 fingers to carry the dog food and 2 to carry the bag. And so my question is, which finger do you think is the most important finger?
Wow.
Wow.
I would say your thumbs separates us from the rest of the mammals.
I was gonna say the thumbs too, but if you watch the Dudesons on YouTube, they're like a jackass kind of thing. There's one guy, his name's Yarpy, and he doesn't have one thumb, and he still gets around just fine. So I think maybe thumb might not be, after being influenced by them, maybe thumbs might not be the most important one.
No, I think they are the most important. As long as you have one, if you have,
I think it is. It's just people with handicaps learn to work with the disadvantage.
Yeah.
That's
But
true.
another thing is, there was an argument about this on another podcast, and they said that the pinky would be rather important, because even though it's the smallest finger, if you're go pick up a thing of luggage or something, then you can feel where if you take your pinky off, a lot of the balance that you have in holding something would be gone. And so it's rather important.
Well, the same thing with your toes. If you don't have toes, you lose your balance.
Yeah. But you can lose your ring finger, right? And
Still
you've got
be fine.
2 fingers around it, and it should be fine. Or you could lose your middle finger, and you've got 2 fingers on either side. I mean, you can't flick anybody off. It's just the whole point. But other than that, you'd be perfectly fine.
I think I'm just gonna pass and keep all my fingers this time.
Let's keep it safe there, bud.
Yeah. Well, thank you for sharing that, Trident.
Yeah.
So we're at the end of the podcast. Thank you for tuning in to the Taco Talk podcast, and we'll see you guys next time.
What?
Taco Talks. Taco Talks. Taco Talks.